How's it going, everyone? What's going on? What's going on? I'm going to go grab the case and we will get ready to roll. What's going on, guys? Hello, Betty. How are you doing, Ryan? Thank you. It has been a whirlwind day, let me tell you. Got the email at 8 o'clock this morning, and I have been running ever since. What's up, Jonathan? We are good. Tornado has blown past us up north, which is good. I'll be right back. What's up, Sam? How's it going, Chase? What's up, James? I didn't even know we had anything coming. All of a sudden, I'm sitting upstairs and I'm checking everything over, and I hear the siren go off. And I was like, geez. Who knew? All right, everyone knows what they have, so I'm not going to go over it. Because I don't want to. Oh, geez, I'm killing boxes of cards and killing my stuff back there. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. What's up, Ryan? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Ryan. That's very nice of you. It's it is a huge honor. Let me tell you, huge honor. I am very honored that Topps, because all the guys that are in there are if you look at the list of people, they are they're big boys. There's a whole bunch of big boys. Thank you, Adam. And then there's like us. How is that possible? The autographs in the top pack? All right, let's find out. Mackenzie Gore, Vladdy. And Braden Shoemake. First out for the Braves. So it is some Vladdy Crackle glass. It's a big deal. It's a big event. That's a refractor. It is a big event, guys. I am a little taken aback by the whole thing. But it's something I definitely wanted when I heard that it was going to be a thing. Gleyber Torres, Kalenic, Christian Yelich, purple. out of 250. So it's a promotion. It's both. It's think of, the guy characterized it very well for me. He said, think of it as esports mixed with breaking. Esports mixed with breaking. The esports part of this thing will be that the breakers will be, it's a breaking event. Tops their first ever breaking event. Formal acknowledgement of breaking and having an event, which is fantastic. And it is, I think it's really great of Tops to do that, to recognize the effect that breaking has had on the industry. And so they it's going to be somewhere between 18 and 20 breakers, and we will each be breaking Andrew Vaughn and Jose Altuve. We'll each be breaking between, 18 cases is the number in 9 hours. It'll go on the 4th from 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. Here comes an autograph. Congratulations, Blaze Alexander. Arizona Diamondbacks on the board. And Machado. The event starts at 4 p.m. It'll be live on... Tops will carry it live on their... I believe their YouTube channel and their webpage. Don't count me on that. And then all the breakers that are involved in it will also carry it on whatever form of that they use. So we'll carry it here live on YouTube when we do the break. And it's like I said, 9 hours from 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. Central Standard Time. And during that time, the breakers will break 18 cases over that 9 hours, so a case every half an hour. That's why we did that the other day. I wanted to see if we could even do it based on the way we did it, and we did it comfortably. And during that time, there will be prizes given away to the breakers for hitting certain benchmarks, for pulling certain cards. Yep, they will. They'll have a hard line down there for us. So we'll take our own gear down. For us, we're going to take down, there's going to be 5 of us. Myself, my wife, and my three of my oldest sons, Rowdy. In the top pack. We've never run into this. You bet. Here comes an autograph. Joey Bart. It's an autograph, Joey Bart. 71 out of 80. Woohoo! Joey Bart. So the event is not intended to be okay, so let me get my brain together now that I got Joey Bart. Really? Are we on? I'm just going to leave the camera. I'm not going to play with it. So we're going to take down our own gear. Let me back up. I'll tell you what we're going to do. These are the answers that I got today. We'll take down our own gear. We have to supply our own 18 cases out we are going to be breaking. Tops is going to put us all up for 2 nights, which I think is very nice of them to do. They're going to also feed us for the 2 days that we're down there, which I think is great of them to do. Eloy Jimenez, crackle. And there's at least one major leaguer. He couldn't tell me who he was because they haven't announced who it is yet, but they're going to have at least one and possibly 2 major leaguers at the event who will, I would guess, and this is just me guessing, they're going to probably sign autographs, and when and if breakers, let's say for example, the what they'll do is Tops will say, okay, the first one to pull a Boba Fett autograph. First breaker to pull a Boba Fett autograph will win a prize. Okay? And so as we're breaking during the break, if we pull a Boba Fett, then we will win a prize. For us, if we win a prize during that, unless it's something that's giants, we're going to give it away to whoever buys in. So we will be Corbin Carroll. Nice. Arizona. That's twice. So it'll be fun. It'll be kind of a contest amongst the breakers. It'll be there will be free stuff that'll be given away, contest wise during the break, and therefore things for you guys, because anything we get at the break, like I said, unless it's something massively giant, which the odds are very long on that, we'll go back to you guys. Nick Lodolo, Cincinnati Reds, nice. 15 out of 50. So the goal is to set the Guinness Book of World Records for number of cards broken at one event. Guinness apparently will be there, or they're trying to get Guinness there to certify the event. And so it'll be a world record breaking event put on by Topps. And they're going to hype it up. They're going to hype this thing up big time. Next week, they're going to release the official names of all the breakers who are going to be there. I know the majority of them. Every breaker has to sell their own cases, however they want to sell them. But they will put out the official list next week of who is involved. And how you can get involved in their breaks. And that, to me, is worth its weight in gold. They are from my lot. They actually had to increase my allotment. My distributor who this was through, I was nominated for the event by Magazine Exchange. And it was some work on their end, which is something I appreciate a lot. And I spoke to the owner today, the guy who runs it, and they, and he was very nice. And he said the reason why it happened is because I kept pushing them so hard to push Topps to get us in, and that was nice of him to say. It wasn't necessary, but it was nice for him to say. So it was really the effort of these guys to Will Wilson to get us there. I am unhappy with the camera view, guys, so I'm just gonna fix it now. I don't like the way that it is. Configure video. I don't want autofocus. And so that is, and so the event for me, the event for us, we are the small fish in the big tank. We're the small dog drinking at the bowl, which is fine. That doesn't bother me. I dealt with most of these guys one way or another over time. A couple of them refuse to sell me product because I'm a breaker too, and things like that. So which is all good. And we will have the best group of people there. I have no doubt in my mind. It's hard to express to you the ability of Popcorn Fingers, of Rowdy, to pull these things off, but he the reason why I want him, they originally was you had to be 21 or over to be there, but they made an exception, is just because if we're going to have contests where Joey Bart, our cards are concerned, he will make it happen. And so that is our ace in the hole, is having him there. He understands it. He understands how to make it work. So it'll be fun. Bryson Stott, nice. Phillies refractor auto. Bryson Stott, that's a good one. So it's going to be a good event, and Topps is really pushing this thing hard. This is going to be a well-attended event. It's going to be a well-known event, well-attended. You know, when we're talking about online, and they are pushing this thing hard. So again, the big advantage for someone like me, for some of the big guys, they already have 15,000 people in their groups. You know what I'm saying? They already have all the things. They already, I mean, we sell out every single case we do, but they sell out twice the volume we do in half the time. And not that that's what I really want. Let's see. How am I going to, what is this? 1 and 4, I guess. Not that that's what I ever really wanted, because it still is not. I never wanted to be that big to begin with, or we didn't want to be that big. But it's hard to pass at the event. Brandon Lau, green out of 99. Fernando, nice. Kyle Tucker on the back. So any other questions? Anything else you guys want to know about it? Texas is about 12 hours away from us, so we're just going to drive down, I think probably Sunday night, and then mess around a little bit, and then go check in on Monday, and then see what's going on and what we need to do and how we need to do it. Take lots of pictures, post lots of stuff. Topps, it's kind of cool. For the first time, we don't use Twitter a tremendous amount, but I have been trying very hard to build it as of late. And then I did a tweet to Topps, and they retweeted it, and a bunch of people saw it. And, no house sign. Not this time, anyway. Bregman. So, I mean, the big deal for us is, so then the question becomes for us as a group, how do we sell? How do we get through 18 cases? What is the mechanism by which we sell through 18 cases by the time the event happens? And I don't think we're going to sell anything next week, just because Kopech, Keston. There's a Joey Bart with some crackle on him. GJ, Greg Jones. If you don't have Greg Jones in the break, then something went wrong. Shohei. If you don't have Greg Jones, then something went wrong. So, I'm still trying to wrap my head around this, guys, and I will let you know as I get more information on who the signers are going to be that are going to be there, and what exactly we're going to be doing and how they're going to be doing it. And this is brand new for everyone, and so we will talk about the 18 cases. I assume that on the back is Josh, JJ Blade, M. Michael Chavez. Wow, look at that. Green auto. 59 out of 99. That's a nice one. So if it looks like we can't or aren't going to be able to comfortably get through the cases, my initial thought is we're going to do PYT. So I have asked them if they could come up for me, even if it's not a complete checklist yet, at least a checklist that will tell us. We know who the big three rookies are. It's going to be Gavin Lux, Bo Bichette, and Jordan Alvarez. I also would like to know, are they going to have Aquino in there from the Reds? who are the other potential rookies that they're going to have, and then what are the autographs? Because you're talking a lot of second-year guys stuff in there that are still going to have a lot of value. Pete Alonso, Fernando Tatis. You're going to have Vlad along with Bo Bichette, I'm sure. You're going to have the veteran and the Hall of Fame autographs like they always do. So that was my other question for them is could we possibly get that? Because I don't want to do. I noticed that other breakers are doing random, which is fine, but I don't really want to. It doesn't lend itself to a flagship product to do a random, in my opinion. It's just not. The flagship products are not built that way, you know. So I'm hoping that that's what will happen for us, is that we're going to be able to get either Topps releases that checklist early, or we get some idea of who the rookies and the autographs are, so we can price it accordingly. And CL and I have kind of worked up a mock PYT, and I'm thinking what we'll probably end up doing, which I think will be a good thing for us, is breaking the cases 2 at a time, selling the cases two at a time. So each break will have 2 cases in it, which I think is fun, but it's still going to be affordable. I mean, the product isn't going to be a heavily priced product, which is always good. It's certainly not going to be as cheap as the Series 1 that we've been breaking, the cheap, fun stuff. But it's not going to be a whole lot more expensive than that either. I mean, it's a good, we're not gonna have 2 cases. You're not gonna have $200 teams. It's just not gonna happen. Acuna and a refractor of Matt Wallner. I thought that said WW. Oh, MW. Matt Wallner. So the Twins are on the board. You know what? No telling what they're going to do. I mean, that we won't even know until we get there exactly how they're going to handle it. And and I feel like we have a little bit of an advantage on this too. A lot of these big boys don't even bother with doing the flagship stuff. I mean, they don't really need to. You know what I'm saying? They're much bigger than all kinds of other things. MKE. Mitch Keller. Pirates are on the board. Mitch Keller. So, and we do lots of flagship. So I think that's kind of the part of the fun for us. Everybody got all quiet. What's the matter with you guys? We're getting all quiet. Ask some questions. Have some comments. So, potential for me to be able to get more things to give to you, I think is high. Yeah, you're the only one talking, right? Nobody else talking. I think is high, which is really cool. If, let's say what if they got, I don't know, Pete Alonso or, you know what I'm saying? Cal Ripken Jr., I don't have any idea. What if they got somebody there that was a big person and we were able to get some autographed balls or some autographed cards to give away? I think that's pretty cool. And there's also a small chance that we could hit one of those party tickets. I mean, there's only 25 of them, so the odds are long. But we've beaten long odds before on things, so it is what it is. Riley Green. Mike Trout. Nice. Out of 250. So, what's up, Jason? Ooh. What would I do? I did, Adam. Did you have a good Christmas? When I started breaking Hunter Bishop, I retail was easier to get my hands on, Jason, than a lot of the hobby. And but it has changed so much in a year. There's not a distributor out there who is taking new people, and I think that's where you run into the problem. We still cannot get the allocations that we want to be able to break every year, and I know, because I've called every distributor in the business more than one time, and I'm we're hooked up with just about everybody, and we are still not able to get consistently the product. Quinn Priester, green, nice, 28 out of 99. So, then that leaves looking at some of the retail products. Some of the retail product is pretty good. I mean, some of the blaster cases and things like that. That would be Pirates, yes. That would be something to take a look at. But I'm going to be honest with you and tell you, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Justice Sheffield. I mean, we got in under the wire. Carter Kaboom. Look at that. Cody Hosey. Los Angeles Dodgers. I think that's Jonathan. And we still have to do a lot of what's up, Daniel? Secondary market work. And that's a lot of work too. Not that I would anyway, Jason, to be 100% honest about this as well. But we had talked about getting into football and/or basketball, and I can't even get into those products, even with the same distributor, because of the way that they handle those things. There's people who have been doing it, and they get the allocations, and I can't get any allocations of football. I cannot get any allocations of basketball, which makes me happy because I only want to break baseball. But if we wanted to branch out, I mean, we are kind of stuck in our little thing. You could for sure. If you could get a local card shop who would sell you enough product, there aren't a lot of them out there. Vladdy, Crackle, and Reese Hoskins. I mean, you certainly could. If you can get decent prices from there, I can tell you right now that almost everybody in this business goes by whatever blowout sets for the pricing, and that's kind of tough. That's all right, Betty. Fernando Tatis. So if you can find someone that's going to give you reasonable stuff, absolutely. I do buy things from time to time from my local guys. Will Smith, Cody Bellinger. But long term, there's Rutschman. Long term, it's just going to continue to grow. And again, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing, and I'm certainly not complaining about it, but it's going to be dominated, I think, more and more by a lot of the big boys, because they're the ones who are able to get he who has the product makes it happen. Wander Franco. We could double the amount of product that we're getting, and it still wouldn't be enough to satisfy what our needs are, and I have no chance of getting what I need for 2020. Carter Kaboom, Crackle, and Grant Levine, Colorado Rockies. It's always the little teams that seem to pay off well. $19 Colorado Rocky team. And then you got to just dive in with both feet. We that first year we did this, we lost money. And it was a series of, because we were just running eBay blind with nothing else to back us up. And when you have low feedback, or you haven't been doing this very much on eBay, people are a little leery of spending the money, so you're going to have to probably eat a little bit to begin with until you build your reputation, and it's just a lot of work. AV. Andrew Vaughn, nice. White Sox, Andrew Vaughn. Had we come in a year sooner than we did, we would be we'd be riding pretty high right now. Andrew Vaughn for the White Sox, base. But literally, they cut off a lot of them right after me, and I got shut out. We started in October of 2018. No, October 2018. So just over a year we've been doing this. And in that time, I've had one distributor who I have not been able to increase my product at all. One who cut me off. Bobichette. And one who is the one that I deal with the most, and they are great people, and they do all that they can for me, but it's certainly not as much as I want. I'm just being honest with you. I mean, you might, if you get in and you find it was something different, I say more power to you. You know, dive in with both feet. But it is, I do not. And that would be the other way you could get into this, would be to start a store, Chris Sale, because then you can get direct with Tops. Your allocations will start small, but they'll build. Forrest Whitley, Gorman. But I, at this point in my life, have no desire to have a store. And so, you know, I'm happy with the way things are. On the back, we have Ronald Acuna. Is that a... That's not. Kyle Tucker. J.J. Bleday. Nolan Arenado. And Nick Lodolo. Nice. So we're getting good names. We just need to get some better color to go along with them. Most of the guys that are the big guys that you see around here are backed by a card shop, and that makes their life a whole lot easier. A whole lot easier. So I guess you could certainly go that route. If I didn't know better, this one feels thin. It's not. Justice Sheffield, Whit Merrifield, Nick Senzel, Joey Gallo, A.M. Alec Manoah. This might be our first Alec Manoah autographed in this product. I think. I could be wrong. You got to build your eBay chops. You got to build, you know, your base. You gotta do what you got to do for it. But I would keep my day job. Alec Manoah, refractor, and you're gonna keep that for quite a while. So anyway, anyone else have any questions about the event that they want to know about? Something I can answer for them? Something about what's coming up? Is everyone excited to be getting into 2020 Topps Series 1? The product actually looks very strong. And if you look at secondary market numbers, they have already jumped. Jumbos are almost $700. February 4th. Are almost secondary, I don't know. And we'll be over that by the time we get to the Pete Alonso, Joey Bart. So prices are definitely already jumping. I see Bowman prices, if you look at Blowout or any one of those, Bowman prices are already madness. And they don't even release till April. And ask around, Jason. Other people might have had a different experience, you know, getting in. Juan Soto, Nick Senzel, Swaggerty, Scherzer might have some different advice for you. But is it possible? Sure. Do I think it's going to be tough? Yeah. Right now, yeah. Absolutely, it's going to be tough. Mitch Keller, Mike Trout. So we have to sell as a group. We have to sell through 18 cases of this product. Everyone ready to sell through 18 cases of Topps Series 1 Jumbos? JV Martinez. Let me ask a different way. Anyone not ready to sell through a bunch of cases as a group? HG. Hunter Green. Reds are in again. There you go, James. You know, James, you're good people. It's all jumbo. It's all jumbo. I'm thinking we'll do some cases where we'll let people keep their teams. CL suggested that. I think that's a fantastic idea. But I like the idea of doing 2 cases at a time. I just think that that's... what is this? Oh, that's our case hit. Thought it was a press plate at first. Paddock on the back. Langeliers. Rowdy Tellez. Vladdy. And... uh-oh. Look at that. Wander Franco. Oh, jeez. Did we not have a Wander Franco with a bad corner in another case? Because we have a Wander Franco with a bad corner right here. I swear that we had a Wander Franco in another case. The only card with the bad corner. And the only card with the bad corner that we've run into so far. And that is... that is clearly a corner ding. Same corner. Yeah, it is the same corner. All right, so whoever has the let me get the UPC real quick. That's just idiotic. Honestly. That kind of stuff ticks me off to no end. Alright, putting the UPC with this. You can refer them to the video as well. And there's your UPC. So what do you think about, what do you guys think about 2 cases? We're going to talk about this more. What do you think about doing cases as, doing them as 2 case breaks? When I say low, there will be teams in a 2 case break that will be less than $30. There will be teams that will be, you know, I mean, you're going to have your traditional powers that are going to have your traditional guys. The Yankees and the Angels are going to have big guys. You know, the ones that are going to have rookies already are going to be a little bit more expensive, but not anything, you know, not anything huge. But Gavin Lux is a big deal. Pete Alonso, Crackle. Pete Alonso. I like the idea of the double case. I think it's fun. I like the idea of letting people keep their spots as well and doing some cases like that. Why am I putting that in there? You know why? Because I'm tired. I'm tired. And I just think it'd be a better thing. Then we're, you know, then it's an easier break. Because it'll be 2 cases per hour. And then I do intend to, and I think this is something we've always done, so I'm certainly not going to change it. And you will be able to see live when the breaker wins whatever they're going to win. And so if any prizes we get will be given back to, it'll be randomed off to whoever buys into the breaks. And I think we're going to have to, for the sake of speed, not do a recap, Joe Adele, but we will do a full break recap when we get done with it. Afterwards, Hunter Bishop. Ooh, Hunter Bishop. Ooh, Joey Bart. It's a three-peat. It's like the Giants when they won 3 World Series in 5 years. It's like that, but different. You know, the high-priced teams will be the Blue Jays, clearly, because you're going to have Bo Bichette and you're going to have Vladdy in there. And you're going to have, you know, other people. It is Rick, Robbie. Thank you. But I think to me, Bo Bichette is kind of the secondary. I think the 2 big rookies are clearly Yordan Alonso and Gavin Lux. And I think Gavin Lux is as big for people as that I'm aware of. CMI. Casey Mize? Cal Mitchell. Darn it. Cal Mitchell. What's up, Robbie? So they'll be the highest priced teams will probably be those 3. And then we'll see. I mean, you're going to have the second. Cubs are going to be cheaper, I would assume. You know, there's going to be Arizona Diamondbacks and Pittsburgh and Kansas City. Those are all going to be probably teams that are going to be under the $30 for the 2 cases. We haven't finalized it all yet, but Mets aren't going to be cheap. I think you forgot that they have this guy named Pete Alonso in there. But they're not going to be expensive. Hunter Green. GK. George Kirby, Seattle Mariners. And that's why it's important to have those autographs. I mean, naturally, let's take Seattle, for example. If we know there's an Ichiro, I don't know, Ryan, they said they're going to try to get it out early if they can. If you know that there's an Ichiro and a Ken Griffey Jr. in there, well, that's going to make you a little bit more expensive. If the Mets, in addition to Pete Alonso, also have a Nolan Ryan autograph that's part of the regular stuff, the Braves have a lot of good second year guys. I mean, how much is it worth to get a Ronald Acuna Jr. autograph? I mean, honestly, 19. You know, the 2 case you'll be buying the same team. Yeah, in both cases. So the Braves will be. I mean, you know, it's the Braves aren't going to be $100 team for the 2 cases. I can guarantee you that. But they aren't going to be $19. The Braves will have probably Hank Aaron in there. You know, there's going to be all kinds of guys. But you figure those 2 case lots, we're going to have to go through 9 of them, or we're going to have to figure out pretty quick that we can't. And then I think I'm going to take the rest to eBay because I just think eBay is going to be fun. All right, you guys want to split it? I think that's very nice of both of you. Oh shit. So we'll finalize numbers. We're not going to start probably selling them until the week of the 19th. I just want to give them plenty of time to see if they can get a checklist. I want to get all of the each box will have 2 silver packs in it, like they did with Update. Remember how when Update came out, each box had 2 silver packs? It'll be like that. I want a chance for them to get the press release out, Ken Griffey Jr. And for us to build a group a little bit more as well. But you know, we'll talk about it if we want to run through a case next week and just get the first one out of the way. That's fine with me too. Christian Yelich, BB, Brett Batty. The only thing that I don't like about this, but there's really nothing you can do about it, is everyone's going to have to prepay for the event, and I think that's the part I'm never keen on that. You know, I like to break if we're going to pay, but just because of the nature of the event, I mean, there's just no way around that, and the amount of cases that we have to sell, and the shipping will not be a 2-day shipping. That's not going to happen either, but we'll get it shipped by the weekend. Gordon Lightfoot. Ah, Grant Levine. I thought it was Gordon Lightfoot. I don't believe so. Hello, Nat. I don't believe they can because it's not going to be in the middle of the stadium. I think it's going to be in a side room. But it would be awesome if they had it in the middle of the stadium and let people come. Oh, that would be crazy. Then you could have rooting sections. We'd have Ryan Addison. That would be our cheering section. Part of what we're going to be giving away. There you go, James. There you go. Part of what we're going to be giving away, too, is I ordered 40 more shirts. And so one of the things that we're going to give away as part of what we're doing, we're going to give away shirts to you guys. Anyone who wants a bright orange, literally the color is safety cone orange shirt with black Restlesscraft Breakers on it. If you guys remember the one we had last time, we had the gray with the orange. This time I went orange and black. So that's something we're going to be giving away. And Topps is going to have some swag bags for us when we get to the event for the Breakers. And we will be, I'm sure I'm going to be giving away most of that stuff too. Joey Bart. I'd rather give it all to you guys. You know how I am. I don't know. I don't know that it's open to the public, guys. You better wait and see if it is. If I were hazarding a guess, I would say it is not open to the general public. It would be sweet if it were. I don't think it is. But you can watch it live on TV, and you guys will see us. You know, we talked about that. He knew that. And that was one of the cool things about talking to the guy, the Topps guy today. Fantastic guy. Very nice. I mean, as nice as can be. Answered every dumb question I had. And, you know, was just very patient with me and talking me through it. And he knew that we kept the Giants in all of our breaks. And I told him I would, if I had to, I would give them up. But I'd be the only breaker there crying while he's opening the boxes of cards. And he said, no, that was fine. That if that's the way we handled it, that's the way we can continue to handle it, which is why we're going to be Justice Sheffield. We're going to be, you know, you're doing things the way you normally do it. You're just doing it there with 17 to 19 other breakers. And so he laughed and I laughed, and it was kind of fun. And if I had to, in order to be part of the event, I would give up the Giants. Actually, what I was going to do, I'll be honest with you, what I was going to do is I was just going to have CL claim the Giants and all the breaks, and then, you know, then I would just keep them. That's what was going to happen. Quinn Priester again, huh? That's the way I would handle that. Probably. I mean, let's be honest. These big guys don't do any of that stuff. Look around at the big boys. They don't do any of that stuff. I'm the only knucklehead out there who breaks so he can get more cards of his team. I mean, what a goofy premise to start breaking with in the beginning. But it is what it is, and I still don't want to give them up. I still have nightmares from that one break, the Series 1 last year when I gave him up and I pulled that Will Clark autograph. And I had to send that dumb thing to Mona. Oh, that almost killed me. I almost died. I died a little inside. You know, I'm not going to live to be 117 now. I'm going to be 114 because of that dumb thing. I did. I openly wept. It was terrible. My wife had to hold me.
Can I go have some toast?
There you go. Snot and tears. You know. You gotta love something, right? I love my Giants. I love baseball cards. But I was ready to give them up. I'm ready to do it. And I told them, you need anything? And I mean it. They tell me, call me back and say, dude, we need you to sell 10 extra cases. I'll be like, we'll find a way. We'll get it done. Somebody has to. I'm going to do whatever. This is, I think it's Ramon Laureano. I think it's a fantastic event. I think it's fantastic at Topps to put it on. I think it's pretty cool the way they want to do it and set a world record with breaking. Number of cards broke at a single event, I guess. There you go. I'm always more than happy to have Giants, but I don't ask people to send them to me because then I'd be like somebody else, and I don't want to be like somebody else. So yes, I will be keeping my Giants for this event. Yes, it will hurt me in the pocketbook like it did all year this year, but no, I don't mind that much. A little bit. That's it. That's the only one I have, Robbie. That's the only one I have. Alek Manoah on the back. We need some more big boy autographs here. Lindor, Fernando Tatis. Keone. We haven't had Keone in a little while. So I'm curious to see how they're going to have it set up. We get 2 6-foot tables to do whatever we're going to do. And so we're going to take our whole rig. I mean, I just upgraded the computer, everything in the computer, so might as well take that. And what we're going to do, the way we're going to handle this, Ozzy Albies, they're going to have people there to help sort if you want them. I don't. So we're going to have 18 super shoe boxes. There's a Shohei Crackle Glass. RHI. Reese Hines, maybe? It is. Reese Hines. Reds are doing well. That's a good autograph. We're going to have 18 super shoe boxes with us. And as we finish the break, we will, it is February 4th. What? That's too bad. I wish you had that too, Sam. But the, so we will take and we will load them in, each break will have its own box, numbered 1 through 18. And then when we get home, we're going to leave Wednesday morning. We're going to drive straight through when we come back. And then we will have a recap video for every single break because we're not going to have time to recap it there. You're going to have to see the hits as they're coming out. We will have a video recapping all the hits from all the breaks. Any of the prizes we get, we will give them away after we get back. And then we are going to sort and ship everything by that weekend. So those 18 cases, we will turn around and have them out by our normal Sunday break. That is my goal. Ooh, nice. Vladdy Green. 65 out of 99. So that is what I want to get accomplished. I don't like the being longer than 2 days on the shipping, but me too, Robbie. Me too. But there's not a way around it for this one. Brandon Lau, and this is not a knock on anyone who's going to be there. I just know that I trust the people that we have in-house, my wife and my sons, to handle the cards the way that we like to have them handled. And I don't know that I trust anyone else to do that. Kopech. You know? And so I'm very anal about those kind of things. We haven't had a red yet. We haven't had a gold autograph. This case is starting to not be... I almost said suck, but it doesn't. Almost, it's not one of our better cases unless it turns around here pretty quick. So I do want certain things to happen that only we can make sure happens. But I would be lying if I said I was anything but absolutely thrilled to death and grateful to be a part of this. AM. Alek Manoah, naturally. We get a Manoah Blue for the Blue Jays. Alek Manoah for the Blue Jays. So assume that we're going to have some swag come back that'll go to you guys. I think that's a very fair assumption. Oh, redemption. I almost threw this card away. Brandon Lau. Andrew Vaughn. Assume that... and the thing is, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm just going to tell you guys right now, I don't think anyone else, if they hit one of those tickets, will be giving theirs away. If we are lucky enough to hit one of those tickets for that event, have you guys seen that, the event that I'm talking about? I think I copied it in there. That I imagine that thing's probably going to be worth $10,000 on the secondary market. And we will be the only breakers, I guarantee you, who will be dumb enough to give theirs away. Dumb enough to give theirs away. I won't call it dumb enough. Grateful enough and like their people enough to want to give somebody that event. And I will hope that Robbie or Mandy wins, because they both said they would take me with them if it was 2 people going. I don't know that it is, but, you know, I'll be rooting for Robbie and Mandy. And anyone else who said they will take me. All right, here we go. Redemption. Unless they decide to sell it, and then, you know, that's their business. Best, it's a base. Oh, no, it's a refractor. Michael Bush, the Dodgers. Michael Bush. The Dodgers are on the board. Michael Bush. There you go. I'm your only friend. I am not your only friend. All right, guys. Last box mojo. I think we need a little last box mojo. It is time for a little last box mojo. So I'm going to wait for a second to let you guys last box mojo this thing. And again, we will talk a lot more about this in the next week or so, because I'm going to still, there's lots of things I still need to learn. Lots of things I still want to know, and Topps is still finalizing some things, and naturally so, because it's a big event for them too. And but I have an ad running, and we've already added half a dozen people to the group, which is pretty cool. And usually we add, when I do one of these promotions, we add a couple hundred people in the group. I would love it if we added on a couple thousand. That's a lot of people, though. And so my guess is by the end of this, we're probably going to have the problem of not having enough product to keep up with demand, which to me is a good one, because it, you know, means the extra work will be something that'll be worthwhile. But even if ultimately it doesn't, and we only grow a few people, to me it's just the whole idea, you know, that we got in, and the first of its kind of event from Topps. I mean, this is it's big beyond, I think, what we are aware of it right now. You know, it's the first time Topps is really, I think, acknowledging that breaking is out loud, that breaking really is a huge part of the hobby now. And some people will say it's a bad part of the hobby. I don't think so. I think it's the reason why the hobby is so strong. You know, could everyone do things a little bit different? Sure they could, but, you know, no, everyone's going to handle things their own way. So I think from that respect, it's pretty cool. I think the fact that they're, you know, I mean, you got to bring your own product, but we're getting to break it live, and they're going to promote this thing and promote the people who are involved in it is fantastic, and that is amazing, and certainly not something they have to do. You know, I don't see any negatives in this. People are always going to find negatives because some people just are that way. But for the hobby, I don't see any negatives in this. You're bringing more attention to the hobby, which is great. That means you're going to add on more people to the hobby, which is great. You're going to have more people buying singles on eBay and more people buying boxes and packs, which is great. You know, this is just a positive all the way around. Tatis, I think we have some kind of an insert auto. So I think it's one of those ones out of 99, unless it's got a better color on it. Kalenic, Shohei, and CY. Christian Yelich. Wow, that's nice. Our first Yelich out of here. 65 out of 99. Nice. Milwaukee Brewers. I like it. Christian Yelich. Fantastic player. It'd be cool if he were there. So my stated goal is that I want to get a whatever major leaguer they have there or major leaguers they have there. Congratulations on the Brewer spot. I want to get them with a see if I can get them to put on one of our RCB T-shirts and let me take a picture. CJ Abrams. And we will document this every step of the way. I just think it's cool. AM. Alec, man, what is this? Alec Manoa. He hasn't been in anything, and all of a sudden he's all over this thing. I mean, it's great. He was what? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I don't know. I don't know. You know what I think would be cool, and I'm not saying this would ever happen, but aren't there a couple of players that are only signing exclusively with Topps? Isn't one of them Mike Trout? Mike Trout is exclusively with Topps, right? I think Buster Posey only might be exclusive with Topps. So this is all just me guessing. Oh my lord, guys! You guys, are you familiar with barbecue pork, Chinese style barbecue pork? Well, I did a hybrid Filipino and Chinese barbecue, and I took the best of both of them and I made a sauce. Oh, and it smells so good. And I've got my pork marinating, and I'm gonna let it marinate until tomorrow, and then roast it off. Carlos Correa would be awesome. And again, for us, I get an autograph, whatever, from that, and that's going back to the group. That's going to the people who make it all possible, because I am certainly not too big to know that, you know, ultimately whatever happens because of all you guys. And so we will be, you know, as I always like to, Max Scherzer at 250. We'll be giving back to you guys as much as we can. So let's root for one of those event tickets. Let's root for one of those event tickets. That would be awesome. It'd be awesome to have one of you guys go. It'd be awesome if Robbie won and took me. I think it's just individual though. But, you know, it'd be awesome to give away an autographed baseball of whoever, or an autographed shirt, or an extra whatever. You know, Topps gives us, let's just say, for example, and I don't know this to be the case, let's say Topps, you hit whatever, you win the thing, and they give you an extra case of Jumbos. Well, that extra case of Jumbos would be going to somebody who bought into the break. MTO. Michael Taglia. Colorado has done really well. So that would go to you guys. Somebody would get a free case of whatever. I don't care what it is. Whatever it is, it's going back to you guys. You know what? I would assume that would happen, Ryan. I would bet that would happen. I bet you that will be part of it. Is that because Topps is going to be the one. Look at that. Fig Newton gold. Victor. That's a good one to end on. There's some Newton gold, because it's going to be a live event. It's going to be a live event. So I would imagine they will be autographing things live. Fig Newton out of 50. And then we end with Victor. Victor is a good auto. So not the strongest case we've had, for sure. A good case. I mean, Joey Bart was in it. So that's all we care about. Oh, I mean, that's all, yeah, I mean, that's good. That's what I meant to say. So any other questions, any other thoughts, anything else while we do the recap? So let's recap. And look, there's Joey Bart. Auto for the San Francisco Giants, 71 out of 80. Congratulations to the Giants spot. You're a relief signer? Okay. You guys can get Robbie J autographed baseballs. Cracker Glass, Lau, Otani, Lewis, Machado, Green, Pete, Bobichette, Carter Kaboom, Vladdy, Whitley, Tatis, Jimenez, Vladdy. Can you I can't understate though the series one when you think about the fact that it's going to be Yordan Alvarez's rookie and his first autos for Topps, not Bowman but Topps. That's a big deal. The fact that it's Gavin Lux, who by all accounts should be a monster, his first, his true rookie, that's a big deal. Bobichette, that's a big deal. So Topps Series 1 is nothing, not going to be anything to sneeze at. Nothing to sneeze at. 2 greens and 2 golds, huh? Purple, Yelich for the Brewers. Mike Trout, and they always have fun autographs in there. Cody Bellinger, Riley Green for the Tigers, and Max Scherzer. The 2019 stuff, you know, us going back to it, we've had to pull some good autographs out of there. Nick Senzel and Paddock out of 150. 2 greens, Brandon Lau and Vladdy. 2 good rookies. And 2 golds, Fig Newton and Nick Lodolo. Fig Newton Future Foundations out of 50. And Lodolo, that's a nice one. Refractor. Yeah. I'll take Nolan Ryan at that event. How about that? Nolan Ryan would be awesome. All right, Brendan Shoemake. These are all base autos. Blaze Alexander, Corbin Carroll, Will Wilson, Greg Jones, Mitch Keller, Cody Hosey, Grant Levine, Andrew Vaughn, good one. Lodolo, good one. Hunter Green, George Kirby, Beatty, good one, or Batty. Justice Sheffield, Quinn Priester, nice. Cavaco, nice. Manoah, I mean, he was what, the number 13 draft pick? So the guy could turn out to be a stud. He's just a pitcher. Toglia and Victor Richter. So not bad. Not bad. Those aren't bad autographs by any stretch of the imagination. The color was not fantastic. I think that's where we came up short. Bryson Stott refractor for the Phillies. Wallner, Manoah, Cal Mitchell, Grant Levine, Reese Hines, and Michael Bush. This is Dodgers. Only 1 blue, Manoah, 26 out of 150. 2 greens, Chavez, which is a good one. 59 out of 99. And 28 out of 99, Quinn Priester. That's a nice one. This very nice Christian Yelich, 65 out of 99. And Wander Franco. I mean, that's nice. If it wasn't for the fact that it's the second one in a row we've had that had a dinged corner, this one is numbered, I can't see, 2, 62, 82, I don't know, out of 120. But there's the UPC that's going to go with that. So that can be replaced by whoever gets that. All right, before we call it a night, anyone else have any questions, thoughts, expectations, concerns, doubts? Anything at all they want to ask? Any break configurations they would like to see us do? Do we want to do a random? Do we want to do keep your team? Do we want to break a case next week, a case or two next week? Do we, you know, how do you guys want to handle it? PYT is going to be a little bit of a crapshoot. We will err on the side of being low rather than being high for the pricing. I'm not going to, you know, we're going to err on the side of being low. I almost said something I shouldn't, but I won't. And so you guys tell me. You know, we're going to talk about that, because I don't think that's a bad idea, because there's certain people who always want certain teams, you know, and maybe if you had two people who could work it out, like Jonathan and James. But I think we're definitely going to have some cases that are going to be the 2 case breaks that will be rollover. So if you buy in one, you can keep your team in the next 2. You always say that, Robbie. Then you're unhappy at the end because 14 Pete Alonso autographs came out of the cases that you didn't buy. So that's going to be I think the big fight for us. The big thing will be getting through 18 cases. How do we comfortably get through 18 cases? And you know, again, at the end, I don't mind. I don't mind if we have to take some to eBay. That doesn't really hurt my feelings. I think eBay will be underutilized for this, and it would be nice to, you know, for people who are on eBay to have a chance to. I don't know, Betty. I don't know. We haven't really talked about anything yet. Net's off tomorrow, so we'll talk about things a little bit more. But so that's what I know. Now everything that I know, you guys know. I know that I am thrilled to death to be doing this event. I know that it's going to be a blast. I know that Topps is putting a lot of effort into this, which I think is fantastic. And I think this event will draw in lots of people. And I think it is still, has not quite settled into me yet that we're actually doing this. So we're just trying to do everything we can to make this a fun thing. But you guys know me well enough to know that I'll take care of all you guys. I mean, it's not going to be anything goofy. And it'll be fun. We'll have a good time doing it. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a night. Case was meh. Thank you, Ryan. We'll talk about it more. We'll have some more, you know, event-only conversations for sure. I think it'll be fun to have them. And I'll put out some polls out there to figure out exactly what we want to do and how we want to do it, which will be good. Thank you, James. We'll see you later. You guys all have a fantastic night. There may not be a break tomorrow. There's some family in town, and we've got some things we're going to be doing. But we'll try to have a break. I do have a case of Finest that I want to dig into. So we'll see where we're at with that. So you guys all have a great night, and I will talk to you later. If anyone has any questions, you can always shoot me a message or ask it in the Facebook group, and I'll answer it there. You guys all have a great night, and I will talk to you soon.